Okay, just arrived from Target. I had it shipped. I probably shouldn't have got this, but I did. Weapon X. Ooh, let me adjust. Alright, I think this head is ass, although with the way this is positioned, it looks like it might be removable. It's still ass. That head is ass. I've always been a fan of Weapon X. That was one of my favorite storylines from around the late 80s. Yeah. I mean, and it really wasn't much. It was just, you know, oh, here's how well we got his adamantium. Okay. So, yeah, and that's it. That's really all it is. It's really not enough. You don't really learn a whole lot about Wolverine in that story at all. It's just like, that's how Stella got her adamantium. That's it. But I still enjoyed it, and at the time it was a thing. I may try to put some production value into this video, because this is, I think this one is really, I mean, I just really dig that storyline. It's kind of like Armored Spider-Man. It's just, I dig it, and I wanted it, so I got it. It's that simple. There's no complications to it. Barry Windsor Smith decided to give us an origin. Now, a funny side part to this is Chris Claremont got a little mad, because he was like, man, I was planning to do that in a couple years. I was going to just have this old guy come out of nowhere and, like, tell him who he is. And I'm like, wow, that's just a great storyline there, Chris. Which also made me doubt that Chris Claremont really had any intention to doing that, because that's the most boring way to reveal your origin I can think of. And, yeah. Anyway, the story became somewhat iconic, because it was the first time we got any inkling that, you know, Wolverine was an experiment, and that he was hurt massively by the experiment, and that's what caused this trauma to forget who he was. And a lot of things made sense after that. A lot of things didn't make sense, and it would continue not to make sense. And Wolvie's origin would get convoluted as it possibly could, because, you know, you can't just be straightforward with Wolverine. Not at all. You gotta mess him up. But the point being, I love the art. I love the story. I thought it was pretty cool, and I had the original 5-inch Toy Biz figure of Weapon X. It was one of my favorites, even though it had those weird green lines. Never understood that. I did have a Toy Biz Marvel Legends one with the smashable case, which really didn't fit him. I remember using that with the 3 3/4 inch version. I thought that worked a little better, but I still had him. And I missed the one, oh god, what was it? It was the, I missed the most recent one. I never really tried to look for it. Saw this premiere and I went, hell with it. Do it. And so then I got it. And of course, nothing special, retro packaging, you know how that goes. And then got him out of the box. 2 of his damn claws came off in the box. One fell into the floor. I was amazed I was able to find it. Just pure luck I was able to find it, but I did find both of them, and here's the thing. I put them both back in the same hand they fell out of, and they didn't move. It was weird. Now, somebody joked with me and said that was intentional. I don't think it was intentional. I think, you know, they just aren't watching their QC very well. But overall, I mean, what do I think about this figure? Okay, I like it. It reminds me of that storyline. It reminds me of Weapon X, and yeah, I think he's pretty cool. What does he come with? He comes with 2 open hands with claws out, 2 fisted hands with claws out, a fisted hand with no claws, an open hand with no claws, a head sculpt that is obviously attempting to copy Barry Windsor Smith's art and does so terribly. This is awful looking. I'm never going to use that. And this little thing goes around his neck and sticks into his face, and when I put it on, shit. When it's on his face and wraps around, I don't get this at all. I do not understand. I could find no reference to a look like this. I don't know. But you can take it off, so no biggie. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, but down to the figure. I mean, I think it looks cool. I do. It's got some of the tightest joints I've seen on a Marvel Legend in a very, very long time. That's probably a good thing. I mean, let's face it, Marvel Legends have been coming in loose and gummy for a while. And it's not fun. Not fun at all. If anything, it's been anti-fun. Now, do I think this is the best Wolverine figure ever? No. Do I think this is the worst Wolverine figure ever? No. I mean, Weapon X, it's kind of like, that's kind of a storyline. It's like, either you like it or you hate it. And if you like it, you'll want this figure. If you don't, you won't. And I freely admit that, you know, it's an aesthetic that, well, yeah, you gotta know the story. I mean, it's that simple. You gotta know the story. How does he look with other Wolverines? Well, here he is with the CT Toys Wolverine. And the VHS animated Wolverine. And personally, I think he fits right in. I mean, you may vary, I don't know. It depends on how you feel about it. But my vote is after I see him with the Astonishing Wolverine and the Secret Wars Wolverine, I think he fits right in. I mean, I could be wrong, but he seems to, I think he looks just right. Now, ultimately, what's going to matter is what matters to you. And, you know, like I said, Weapon X is a storyline that some people don't like. I don't know why. It's got good art, good story. I don't know. Can't please some people sometimes. And that's life. But for me, I mean, again, this aligns perfectly with what I think the figure from that storyline should be. And to be honest, that's been a favorite of mine for quite some time. And that way, boom, I feel it works. I keep saying I won't buy any more Wolverines, and then I buy a Wolverine. Well, yeah, there's some minor hypocrisy in that, I suppose. I'm up to 12, in case you're wondering. I'm trying to keep it down from that. I might be able to do it if I'm very careful and very lucky. So, tacking this on with Weapon X Wolverine Storm. Why did I do this? I'm not even sure. I'm honestly not even sure. I don't hate this outfit. I don't love it. It's not my favorite. I do like Storm just because she's always the leader of my X-Men. And, you know, that's always a plus. I keep saying I'm not getting figures that I already got characters of. And I have like 3 Storms. But here I am buying yet another one. 4 if you count Bloodstorm. Technically that's a storm. So, whew, boy. Anywho, I'm going to get her out of the box and then I'm going to talk about her. Don't worry, I'll talk good. Okay, now that I've had her out of the box, I gotta admit, I kind of dig this Storm a lot better than I thought I would. Again, we have this really freaking, this feels like parchment of some kind or something. It doesn't feel like freaking cloth. It's weird, and it's not attached, thank God, to her arms. The other 2 Storms I have in the retro packaging, that was one of their problems, is that, I swear to God, this felt like it would tear if you touched it. This seems a little thicker, but it's still paper thin. and it's not, I have no idea what it is, because it's not a cloth at all. It really throws me off. And she has, I hate these lightning effects because they have the hot dog hands. I think these are more noticeable on the animated series Storm, which I don't have. I do have the retro white outfit, but I don't have the animated series Storm. I don't hate that figure, but you know, it is what it is. And of course she has fists, which I'm like, and I need to clip my damn nails. My nails grow fast. Anyway, so yeah, she's not terrible in the slightest. I kind of like her, actually. Will she replace my black costume retro Storm? I don't know. It's a lot darker than I expected. Everybody kept saying it was gray, and I was like, oh yeah, this is like, there is a paint by these guys, Apple Barrel. It's called Pavement. It's really super dark gray. That's what it reminds me of. It's a gray, and I actually think it's pretty good. What can I say? I need to do a video on my X teams and explain why Cyclops is never my leader of my X-Men. Because I had a dream of writing comics, and I made up my own teams. And you know, one of the goals of my Marvel Legends collecting is to get my teams together. And you know, this Storm serves just as well as the black costume Storm, which I will get out in a minute for some comparison. And so that's kind of cool. Okay, and of the Storm figures I have, these are my favorites: the Mohawk and the black costume. One thing I dig about the black costume a little bit more is she has these shoulder pads and these X's. But like I said, this paper thin shit, I don't know what it is, man. I really don't. I also like, but I do like that she has the Storm symbol on her chest. That's pretty cool. A lot of people point out, oh, this was when she was depowered. Not technically. She went through all the Secret Wars with that look, and she had her powers the whole time. So, yeah. And that's what she looked like when she got her powers back, except she let the Mohawk grow out a little bit. It was a strange look, but you know what? I got used to it. I liked it. Anyway, as I keep saying, this is the leader of my X-Men because that's who I think should lead the X-Men. That is my honest opinion. I think she's the best leader. Cyclops is... So I don't want to get into that right now because that isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about Storm. And as you can see over time, this is frayed a little bit. This seems very, very delicate, and that's why I didn't like these going into the gauntlets, because I was afraid stuff like that was going to happen. So this being detached, I hope that makes that wear not be a factor anymore. Although I do admit, when I was taking her out of the package, I was like going, oh god, this is going to be bad. I wish they gave Storm some more hand options. They gave her the typical open hands and the fists, and then her lightning hands, which I hate. My least favorite hands of any. So yeah, there's that. And you know, the thing is, they've used this with male characters too. I mean, just the same hand. So it's like it's even more kind of insulting, for lack of a better term. I got to decide who's going to stay on the shelf, because I can't have both of these two out. I can, but you know, it's going to make some room issues. This is going to be a close one. Yeah, I will decide later, but for now, this is Storm as she looks out of the package, and I think she looks awesome. So there's two of my favorite X-Men. I will fight to not buy another Wolverine. I swear. You suckered me with Weapon X because of my love for that story. I don't know how you suckered me in for Storm, but I'm kind of glad you did. That's a good one, Hasbro. Maybe it was that I knew this would be the last one I could buy at 25. That could be it. That could be the whole problem right there. It's like I was just thinking, oh shit, this is the only time I'm going to be able to try to buy a figure at 25. Wow. And that is a stupid reason to buy an action figure, but I've done stupider in my lifetime, that's for sure. Anyway, two of my favorite X-Men. You know, that's it. I mean, they're both really cool characters. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to have a Storm in their collection. Storm's awesome. Granted, she doesn't get that many storylines. I wish she did. I wish she got some more storylines, but she's still an awesome character. Wolvie, Esther isn't what he does, and what he does isn't pretty. And the two play off each other very well when they're on the same team. I really like the dynamic between them. It's really cool. But so there I am, some new members of the X-Men. Not really, not new characters, but it's new versions of those characters. Even though I keep saying, nah, I'm not gonna buy any more of the same version of the same character unless it's like a Build-A-Figure hostage pack or something. Ah, bullshit. Anyway, that'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget YouTube, all that crap. Later.